Hey you guys, welcome back for another video. If you're new, I'm Kimberly. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3, and in the video today, we are talking about the resources I am using currently in my morning basket with my kiddos. About a year ago, I did a morning basket review of what I was using, and I can link that video below. And some of the resources are the same, but several of them are different. So I thought I would share, maybe you'll be inspired by some of the resources that I use, and you'll maybe want to use those with your family, and also how I'm organizing this. So this beautiful wicker basket, I literally found it on the side of the road in my subdivision, being thrown away, and I cleaned it up and sprayed a bunch of Lysol on it, and it has done me a solid for the last, 5 years or so, and it is going strong. So let me get to the materials I am using this current school year, and it will change, but not too much. And the stuff that I currently have in here, it's gonna last us a really long time. So we're gonna go through this, and just for your point of reference, I have an 8, almost 9-year-old, a 5, very soon to be 6-year-old, and a 4, almost 5-year-old. So we have, those lower ages, but some of this stuff could definitely be adapted for your older kids.
Okay, so here we have our basket, and I'm gonna just move it over and start unloading some of the things we have in here. So we are almost completely finished with our Veggie Tales, God Knows Me. I know it says devotions for boys, but that's not, I don't even know why they do that. But this has been a really beautiful devotional that honestly, I started this book like over 5 years ago. We use also a devotional podcast, Catholic Sprouts, and we really love it. This has been a really awesome devotional for our family. So it's a little bit of the Bible at the top, a description, the thought of the day, and our prayer. Our kids have absolutely loved this, and we're at the very, very end here. And so after we finish this devotional, which I highly suggest if you have younger kids, even up into middle to upper elementary, you're definitely going to get something out of this particular devotional. We are going to be moving on to this devotional, which this is really popular. I've seen this on many videos before and online, and it is really beautiful. If you have the Kindle app on an iPad or your tablet, you can get this download for free, but I personally love the physical book. So obviously it's science oriented, and that's what my kids really love about it. And we are really excited to use this devotional very, very soon. In my morning basket, I also keep like how I do my record keeping. We are getting ready to, this goes until June. So once we are done with June, I'll just even though we homeschool all year long, this is just, that's when I'll just say the end of our school year is, and I'll just get another one. And so it's very easy for me to just keep our record keeping in the morning basket. I love that. Also, my oldest daughter is using the Usbourne Timetables practice pad. This little book is a gem. If you have a student that is learning multiplication, we were using this last summer, and then we kind of took a hiatus, and now we are moving on, or bringing it back, I should say. We're not moving on, but we're bringing it back for more practice over the summer. I just really like how each page is different, and it has tremendously helped my daughter in memorizing her multiplication facts, and it goes all the way to 12. with like little speed things at the end. So she's been doing just a spread, like a whole spread like this at table time every morning so far, and it has been wonderful. So the Usbourne timetables, really great. We are going to be busting out some Mad Libs. My oldest got this in her Easter basket. And so this is gonna be really fun to do all together with the 3 littles, just like 1 page a day. I think they're really going to get a hoot out of doing some Mad Libs. So we're gonna throw that in every once in a while. And then also, of course, we have our handwriting books. We use the Good and the Beautiful for our handwriting books. This is my oldest. This is handwriting level 5, and she is, I don't know, 2/3 away through, probably even more than that. And then we just move her up whenever she finishes, but she's been doing cursive for quite some time. We really love our handwriting. So my kids do one page a day in handwriting every single day. It's pretty much a non-negotiable. My middle daughter, this is level 2, and she's about halfway through. And I just really love their handwriting book. So again, she does 1 page a day. My youngest will be moving on to level 1 in handwriting, but I haven't received that yet in the mail. This really fun book is for myself, The Thinking Tree, Breakthrough Brain Games, Art and Logic Therapy. When I bought this on Amazon, it was like $4.95, and you just could not beat it. I actually bought 2. And it's kind of like an adult coloring book, but at the same time, you are doing some logic things. So like I did this page today where it says serenity up here, and then you're supposed to copy it below it the very best you can to make it look all the same. And then there's patterns. Let's see what's on this page. So I haven't colored it because I'm not super into coloring, but I had to complete, so she'll start the pattern up here, and then I need to finish the pattern going down. And they're just so relaxing. If this is something that you would really enjoy, The Thinking Tree has some really wonderful logic drawing books and coloring books. So, and I have a special pen that I use for this that's recommended. It's upside down. That is recommended that I got at Hobby Lobby. And so this pen is the same ink and the same point as what's used in this book. So it's going to look the most similar, which I actually really like instead of using pencil. Then all my kids are going to be doing the Dyslexia Games. This is also from The Thinking Tree, and I bought this book on Amazon, and none of my kids are dyslexic, but what I really love about it, this is Series A, Book 1, but what I love is them thinking about the puzzles that go with it. So what I'm doing is I'm actually scanning the pages, and so I scanned this page 3 times. So this is like my master book. So I'll copy this page 3 times, and the kids will do 1 page a day at our table time, which is our morning time. I usually call it table time. So they're doing logic and puzzles. And this is supposed to be really helpful for kids that confuse or reverse numbers and letters, which, all little children reverse the B's and the D's, and the B's and the D's, or sometimes they'll do 3's backwards, that kind of thing. So I'm not really worried about it, but if I could prevent it, they are just really, really loving these logic puzzle worksheets, and it's totally worth the buy in my opinion. My kids use pencil on these just in case they make a mistake. It's not permanent, and so far there's a little certificate at the end. So far this has been really awesome. let's see, I just have some like extra drawing books in here and notepads. You know what, I'm gonna be doing a whole video on this beautiful book. This is a biblical worldview on mental health for children. And Natalie, who it's by down here, she reached out to me and asked if I would review this, this workbook that she did, and it's absolutely stunning. It's talking all about feelings and what those feelings are, and all from a biblical worldview. And again, I'm going to be making a whole video. We are only, I don't know, maybe about 10 pages in. I'm actually doing this with all my kids, and we're going really slow through this. So we just finished, it took us 3 or 4 days, let's see, to finish just this front page. Let's see, we were talking about, my kids have absolutely loved it. So we talked about all these emotions on this emotion list. So we went through like 6 of them a day, 6 to 10 a day. And we talked about, what does angry mean? And what does it feel like to be angry? And you know, other words on here, fearful. What does exasperated mean? What does antsy mean? And my kids were just so excited to talk about all these words. They learned some new ones. There's obviously some they know. And this has been really, really fun to do so far. And there's some games that you can do, but this has been really, really beautiful. And I can't wait to do the majority of this book and then share it with you. I keep a binder, you know, so years ago, I think when my firstborn was like 3 years old, I called it circle time, but I actually call it table time, but I never changed the binder. So I have a binder here that works awesome for table time. I just like to store like random things in here to kind of diversify. We have some prayers. I'll pull this out when I kind of want to mix things up. I'll keep some of their worksheets in here if I want to, you know, do a little bit more record keeping. But what I really like is that I have these page dividers that is kind of rubbing off now because it's so old. But I have the days of the week on here, and I have nursery rhymes that maybe we want to sing or whatever on each day. But I'm also copying and putting those logic puzzle dyslexia games in each folder slot. And then I know like that we're staying in order, and when I'm running out, and I can make more scans and things like that. But this is just a really easy way. I highly suggest you know, maybe having a binder to kind of store your extras that you want to keep close. My daughter's learning skip counting, so I just have these little tiny pieces of paper. She'll take a dry erase board and she'll write her skip counting out. She also does that during table time. So yeah, keeping yourself organized with a binder is very helpful. And then just the very last thing is I keep dry erase boards, you know, in here, and extra sheets of paper and notebooks. And that just kind of stays in the back. So this is really what we are doing for table time right now. And I see us keeping on this same thing for a really long time. Once we're done with series A for this, I'm just gonna purchase the very next book, book 2. And if they continue to like it, we're just gonna keep going. Okay, you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed the walkthrough of the products and the resources that we are using in our morning basket for now and for the future. And if you have any questions on any of these resources, please don't hesitate to ask. I am here for you, and I hope you have a really wonderful day, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.